right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Wednesday Night Warrior.
Oh
I
yeah.
am Romeo Anthony Cologne. Some call me the connoisseur of all reporting. Others call me the pride of New York, the pony. And this is
I
Chris
am Chris G.
G. And do you have a co-host with him, or I don't know?
I do. Mary Jane is here present with us.
Never disappoints.
Never.
We are going to talk NXT and AEW for the day of June 10th. We're going to go through both shows and we're going to tell you which one was the better show in our opinions. Let's start with a quick recap of last week, our first episode. We both said AEW was the better show last week, and you, the viewers in the True Heels group, agreed with us by a total vote count of 53 for Dynamite, and 13 of you, crazy maniacs, picked NXT or didn't watch Dynamite at all, one or the other.
Yeah, U13. We have a lot of questions for you guys. We want to know what fucking show are you watching, but yeah, it's all good. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
The ratings war from last week was a tight one. AEW won 730,000 viewers to 715,000 viewers. We predicted the ratings ourselves, and Chris, you were right about the NXT one. You were closer, and I was closer with the AEW one, but you were close too. So AEW has now won 29 weeks of the Wednesday Night War. NXT has won 5, and of course the one little ugly duckling tie that they have.
Which doesn't really count because AEW was the better show.
And of course, In Your House was this past Sunday. Chris went up against my can't miss picks, and he hung with your boy. 4-2. We both went 4-2.
Chris's highly questionable picks come through just as clutch as Romeo's can't miss picks.
Shout out to True Heel Josh for going a perfect 6-0. That clock's right twice a day, I guess. We want to remind you, of course, to please like this video. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. It gets the video out to more viewers out there. Comments. Let us know if you agree with our evaluations of both shows. Share this video. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to True Heel Heat YouTube channel. We've got plenty of good content throughout the week. We're delivering that product, as my good friend Drunk JJ says. Hit that subscribe button. Dexter Lumis is continuing the magic tricks in the ring. We have the Undisputed Era. Thank God they're back. They're safe. Kidnapping. Undisputed Era thinks they see Lumis in the crowd. He shows up. He disappears. Very, very Matt Hardy-like. The editing, I guess.
Dexter Lumis is the third creepiest man I've ever seen in NXT in my life.
And over on AEW, we have FTR making their debut against Butcher and Blade. We have Chris Jericho on commentary. FTR wrestles a FTR match. No flips. Definitely no leg slaps. I know Randy Orton's ready to complain if he sees another one of those. They win. Spike pile driver. Good performance from FTR. I'm not impressed with Butcher and Blade. They do nothing for me. They stink.
Cash Wheeler is his name now, who looks like a fucking star. He looks like he got himself in tip-top shape coming to AEW.
Oh, with the traps?
Oh, with the traps, and he even got like a little 4-pack. He looks like Billy Gunn Light.
After the match, the Young Bucks come down. They thank FTR for helping them out last week. They say, great match. Xavier, Jimmy Havoc, they come out. Beat down. Omega and Page come out. They help to brawl. Eventually, there's a standoff between the Young Bucks, FTR, and Omega Page.
Where the fuck did Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc come from? Are we still in Stadium Stampede? Because they came out of fucking the left gate parking lot. I will say that the Young Bucks, the promo that Matt was cutting, it was the first time I got hyped. Like, for a tag team feud. Like, I was, like, the build. Like, I was literally like, oh, shit. I mean, in a very long time, I haven't felt that way, so.
A mixed tag team match, intergender. Mia Yim, Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano and Candice. At the end, there's a Keith Lee pounce that sends Gargano into Mia off of the apron. Candice also gets some of it. Eventually, Keith Lee feels bad for Candice, picks her up, he's concerned, he's worried, and Johnny Gargano takes advantage and the win. And hilariously, after the match, he's holding up Candice like she's an inanimate object.
Candice dead. She died. She was a lifeless body, but she got the win. It was sloppy in the beginning. The brawling, especially between Mia Yim and Candice LeRae, just looked off. But it cleaned up towards the middle of the match.
Yes, we're heading towards Penelope Ford versus Sheeta as Sheeta's first women's title defense.
Yeah, not the best option for a first title defense. But it should be interesting to see what happens, I guess. I'm a big Chris Statlander guy, so I like to call her Thick Statlander.
NXT backstage, Damian Priest is an exclusive interview from In Your House after his match. He tells us that his name's going to live forever. Backstage interview with Cameron Grimes, who has one of the worst voices.
Oh my
so bad,
god.
but so funny. He's like a villain from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yo, it's in my notes. It's in my notes. Get out of my head. I was going to say, this guy is like a fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 character. Straight out of like the prologue. He even has the name Cameron Grimes. Mr. Grimes.
I'm like it. It's taken me some time to get used to, but he's hitting his stride now, I would say. And then he's punched and knocked out by Damian Priest. I'll let Darby Allin backstage vignette, and his special guest helping him, Tony Hawk.
Yes.
Whoa.
The GOAT.
AEW's getting all the celebrity images here.
If you can get the greatest pro skater of all time to make an appearance on your show, why not? I like how he says he's not medically cleared, but then he's like trying to kill himself by skateboarding off a ladder.
Video package of Io Shirai winning the NXT Women's Championship from Sunday at In Your House to the great sound of Puppy. You see Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka all congratulating Io. Zero mention of how she didn't even pin the women's champion. I guess that's not important.
I should have seen that one coming a mile away.
Inner Circle versus Cassidy Friends, 6-man tag. I thought the Cassidy hot tag was great.
It was lazy as fuck. It was me on a Sunday, 4 bloods in, trying to hot tag to take care of the baby.
Cassidy wins with a very unique pinning combination on Ortiz for the win. But after the match is when things get hot. Chris Jericho leaves the interview, comes in with his bat, attacks all three of the best friends. Orange Cassidy gets the worst of the beat. Dana has this bag of oranges. Jericho beats him down with it. The oranges come out, they're thrown all over Orange Cassidy. Orange bleeds. This bleeding would have been a lot more effective if Cody wasn't selfish last week, bleeding when they didn't have to. It would mean more to me.
This was definitely the hard way though. Cassidy's so over, so why not beat the shit out of him to get more heat? I've never seen a man die by getting beat with a bag of food that he was named after.
The MJF calls Jungle Jabroni. Well, basically, he's just pretty pissed off that Jungle Boy got a title match when he beat him at Double or Nothing. And then Billy Gunn gets involved, and MJF makes fun of him and his talent with stuff.
I'm gonna start calling him MJ Fuckboy.
A backstage interview with Rhea Ripley, which Robert Stone interrupts. Robert Stone talks about how he and Rhea have a lot in common. They're both two huge losers in 2020. He tries to get Rhea to join up with him, join the Robert Stone brand. And Rhea says that is a 1 in a million chance of happening. Robert Stone says, I'm saying there's a chance. And then Rhea body slam some garbage.
Yeah. This guy's on a downward spiral. He's here. He's hitting the nearest casino near you.
Spanish God Sammy Guevara beats Colt Cabana with a GTS. This is more of Colt Cabana's wrestling level, not against Chris Jericho. In the mid-card against Sammy G. Colt Cabana's feeling down about himself. He's feeling low. Brody Lee in the Dark Order come out. Brody Lee helps Cabana to his feet. And then after that, Matt Hardy comes out. He tells Sammy G he needs to get rid of Chris Jericho. And then there's a matter of fact. He says he sometimes craves Mofongo. Shout out to Rebby Hardy.
It's like WWE. They be firing the Puerto Ricans. I watch AEW and there's a different Puerto Rican reference every other week, and I love it. We finally
honorary Puerto Rican.
Somebody cares about us.
Then we have Cameron Grimes versus Finn Balor. Balor wins with a coup de grace. 1916. Colt Cabana dodges questions from Joshua backstage and eventually enters the locker room of Brody Lee. Down to listen to what Brody Lee has to say.
Why not? I would listen to what Brody Lee has to say.
Yeah, especially when you're a big loser like Colt. Right? What do you got to lose?
Well, I am a Knicks fan.
John Moxley gets interviewed. You might have saw more of this segment than I did, so if you want to talk about it, take it away.
Well, he was just talking his shit. Nobody could challenge him. What motivates him is that everybody thinks they could beat him, but they can't. And it's across all promotions. He's really, digging it in. He gets interrupted by Taz. And then he gets beat up by Brian Cage. Brian Cage jumps in from the back, and then he throws this motherfucker through a windshield. It's a strong message.
Not the only windshield bump I saw this week.
Yo, for real.
El Hijo del Fantasma, the Cruiserweight Champion, has an in-ring promo that's interrupted by Drake Maverick. Drake basically asked for a rematch. Said he had a lot on his mind last week. Claro que sí. Yeah, Drake, El Hijo del Fantasma is down for it. But not really. The two masked men come out. Duh, Drake Maverick. If you didn't know, Phantasma's with these guys. They were all in cahoots the whole time. Eventually, they beat up Drake Maverick. They unmasked the two masked guys, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza. And then Phantasma takes off his mask too. Declares himself now Santos Escobar.
I thought it was fucking dope. My man is part of the cartel.
Backstage, Roderick Strong finds a drawing again that Dexter Lumis drew. This time, Undisputed Era's all laying in blood. It's very, very creepy. Strong is freaking out like we saw because the last time we saw a damn drawing, it came true. He got fucking kidnapped.
Lumis looks like he has a collection of women's toenails. He looks like that type of sick fuck.
It's going to be Mark Quinn versus Cody for the TNT Championship. Cody comes out, way too much pyro, unnecessary. Overkill, if you ask me. This was a decent match. A lot of spotlight on Quinn. High spots towards the end, all over the place. 450, very nice. To the outside on Cody.
Yeah, I don't know what that canvas is.
Yeah,
right. Like it's just kind of hard.
Cody eventually puts the ankle lock on, uses his boot for leverage to push on the ankle, and Cody wins, retains, no surprise. After the match, brawl, huge brawl, that eventually ends with Cody on the mic saying, "Hey there, I know what you want. We'll fight at Fyter Fest for TNT."
I thought it was a little too much chaos, but it was good to see a challenger, a viable challenger for Cody. And you never know, maybe Cody just got the win, just to hold it down for a few weeks, and then you got Jake Hager. He's a strong competitor. He's a guy that can legitimize the championship.
And the ending of NXT was Dexter Lumis versus Adam Cole. Undisputed Era interferes. Adam Cole wins. Beat down after on Lumis. Velveteen Dream comes out to help. Lights turn off. A beautiful start. Here's has a nifty, nice little hourglass that she turns upside down, indicating Karrion Kross is coming for Adam Cole NXT Championship.
Because I haven't really seen much of Dexter Lumis, so I really wanted to see like what he does, and the way he like crawls on his knuckles, he's faster than like if I try to run a 40-yard, like he would beat me in a 40 on his knuckles like, if I did a full sprint. That's how fast he is. But his in-ring work is pretty decent though. I mean, he's good. But I believe he was in TNA at one point, and I've seen like a couple of his things when he was younger, and I mean the guy, he could work. So I'm happy this little creepy character shit is working out for him. And Karrion Kross I can't wait. That's the right opponent for Adam Cole.
Too soon?
I wouldn't take it off of Adam Cole. I would take it. I would rather Kross take it off of face. He would be able to build more heat that way. But there's nothing wrong with him taking it off of Cole either.
Match of the night. Who did you have?
I had FTR versus the Butcher and the Blade. I'm not a big fan of old school type matches, and that one had me interested.
Oh, you're just Spot Monkey? Spot Monkey addiction?
I mean, I grew up in the Attitude Era where basically most of my memory is spots. You know what I mean? So yes, I am kind of addicted to spots, and I do like fast-paced, high-spot matches. That's my preference. But the old school tag team match was kind of dope. I like the story they were telling where you have to cut off the ring. You have to use your partner, your side of the ring, to wear down your opponent, and it was cool.
This was a hard one for me to pick. I thought about him versus Grimes, maybe, but I'm gonna go with the 6-man tag between Inner Circle and Best Friends for me. MVP of the night.
I'm gonna go with Santos Escobar. I mean, I wasn't expecting him to take off his mask. It just caught me off guard. It was something new, something surprising.
It's a big deal whenever the mask comes off.
I know. That's the thing. No, it doesn't. And this is the guy that I've been following for a couple years now, so it was cool. And the new identity looks like a cartel, straight up machete, carrying AK-47 in the closet, carrying.
My MVP, I can't believe you say this, Dexter Lumis.
Ooh, the creep himself.
Built around him. I was kind of impressed with his in-ring. Like I said, better than I expected. That was a big performance from Dexter Lumis tonight. He was in the spotlight. That's good for him going forward.
Yeah. The jabroni of the night. Got to be Rob Stone again. Come on, man. You got through some fucking trash. Yeah, it's been a rough month. It's been a rough year for everybody. It's been a little extra rough on Rob Stone.
It is pain to say. Chris Jericho.
Ooh.
I hated his commentary.
What?
I hated it.
What?
I know he's a heel, and he's supposed to annoy you. Yeah, he annoyed you. Way too over the top, too much screaming. I mean, it wasn't Mongo McMichael levels. Like, he didn't say stupid shit. But it's just too much energy. Way too much. Bring it down. He's 13.
It's Jericho.
Yes,
this is GOAT status. He's GOAT status. If you had Rock on commentary, wouldn't you want him to be extra?
This was way too over.
Come on.
It was
great. The shit he was saying was great.
No, I hated it. How do we recover from this? Show of the night. I thought it was close. I thought it was both good shows. But here on Wednesday Night Warriors, we have to pick one or the other. We can't say it's a tie. So when it's in this kind of a situation where it's close, I'm going to lean towards the underdog. NXT, better show tonight. I enjoyed more stuff. It was close, but I enjoyed the Dexter Lumis angles, centering the show around Dexter Lumis. I don't know how those words are coming out of my mouth right now, but I did. Phantasma becoming Santos Escobar. That was pretty cool, pretty cartelish. And the Grimes Balor match, I was a fan of the match. And AEW, I like the Orange Cassidy sympathy, getting the heel in the circle there. I like the women's tag. The Jericho thing was the worst part of the night, and that brings it down for me. That puts NXT over the top. What was your show tonight?
You know what? I'm gonna have to actually agree with you. I'm gonna have to go with NXT because it's weird because I think AEW had the better matches like all around throughout the whole card, but I feel like there was way too many like weird brawls. It was kind of chaotic. Like every segment,
yeah,
like
I think there was like 3 brawls.
Yeah, like
maybe more.
Like every other segment, 2 segments, there's a brawl. It's a little too much, and I think the Jericho commentary was probably one of the best parts of the episode. I think after that, the episode started to dip a little bit from a viewer standpoint because Jericho just had me rolling the whole time. The Dexter Lumis thread, the whole NXT show, he's so creepy. It's so funny though. He looks like the dude from The Lovely Bones. I'm telling you. He has like different hairs of different women in a little jar somewhere in his locker room. He's a creep, and it's great though. And then of course the cartel vibes. It's just everything felt good in NXT, and the action was good too. So I'm gonna go with NXT.
Wow, that is the second week in a row that we agree on what was the episode. Eventually, we're going to disagree. Eventually, it's coming.
It'll come.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
There will be a poll in the True Heels group, Facebook group. We want you to vote. Tell us if we're wrong. Was AEW the better show tonight? Or you could agree with us like you did last week.
Maybe this review will help people understand how NXT was. And maybe they'll start to get it. And maybe they'll be like, you know what? NXT was the better show. So, vote, guys.
Who do you think will win this ratings week? Do you think you saw it was 15,000 last week?
I don't know. You know, I think NXT. I think NXT is gonna win after the Drake storyline. People kind of want it. I think pay-per-view. I think people are very intrigued, definitely. And Dynamite. I don't know. I think NXT is gonna edge it.
I also think NXT wins the ratings this week. Christy, any last plugs before we sign off?
Find me at spick_flair_woo 3 O's on Instagram. Chris, just type in G on Facebook. You might find me, you might not, who knows. And Joyce and Jabronis coming out this weekend. Should be a fun show.
Follow me, Twitter, Instagram, The Pride of NYC. Sure you also follow True Heel Heat on Instagram and Twitter. For Chris G, I am Romeo Malone. We will see you next week. Another edition of Wednesday Warrior.